haters on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stocked my bad kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the sci-fi, my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much?
It's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Deron Payne able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Yeah, he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. This is Smith to the ground. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it, because to me it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air, and what a result. Big time play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. First and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
They'll go play action. Howell. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Howell throwing on 3rd down here.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is, we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive, and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down. Well, for an inside linebacker, I think you'd agree when I say that he is fast to the football, and he proved that thesis correct on that last play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And this one complete to Smith.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of the times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on this field position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Once again with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down now, it's Jenkins. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
First down, Jenkins. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Al now to throw it. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Throwing here, Howell.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
The middle they go. It's Jenkins. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And they'll run again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3.
This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, Jenkins. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, but it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line.
Ready, set.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Hey, check that, street.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
This is intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified. No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
On second down, it's Jenkins, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Commanders are back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good,
and that'll make our score 14-7.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Hurts finding Goddard there. First down, Philadelphia. Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. But first down, Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Drop 19!
Throwing again on second down.
Hurts.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
Devontae Smith, the intended receiver.
And it's third and short. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice.
can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
This is caught. It's Brown.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 17-yard line.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A give running left. It's Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game.
And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now a give right side. Jenkins. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's fielded at the 45. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got him.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game.
Uses the stiff arm, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jenkins, and he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Faking the handoff. Howell. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
Let's face it, the focus is going to be, at the end of this play, on the big-time gain, right? He lined up on the left and worked his way all the way to the right before the perfect pass found him. But how about the offensive line and the protection to give him enough time to work his way all the way across the field?
They go play action with Howell.
That ball caught by Slayton. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Here's Howell.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Eagles 28, Commanders 10.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling court for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
For the play fake, and now here's how to throw it. And he fires one incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now a give right side. Jenkins pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Tackle made at the 48-yard line. That's the gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Off play action. It's Howell. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Let's go now.
So here we go, 4th down, Howell. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Come on. Hey. 18 Ramblers.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And this one too low.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Roll. Get contact.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Right there, Hurt.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goddard, 48 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Commanders 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And Gibson decides against bringing it out.
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Back to throw, Howell.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
An 11-yard loss.
On 3rd down, it's Jenkins. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll run. It's Sanders.
52 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
19 tight, 19 tight. Go check. Ready.
Throwing is Hurts.
And this is caught inside the 5. There they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big pickup of 38.
Deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock.
They'll run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Eagles get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And Gibson decides against bringing it out. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better... Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And Gibson decides against bringing it out.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick-6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game, and with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Here's Howell to throw on second down.
This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. We're off to the fourth quarter here on Christmas Eve. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. Jenkins. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line.
44 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10.
Thomas brings it in.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
They'll go play action. Howell.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a give right side. It's Jenkins, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And that will force a turnover on downs.
On the jump.
Up the middle they go with Sanders.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mustang 19.
Hurts.
And this is caught by Watkins.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, a 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line.
Now throwing on first down here.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Second down, Howell now.
That's complete to Slayton.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Jenkins. And a short gain down to about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell.
Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles defense able to hold. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Another run here with Sanders. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with.